Bring it over.
Why, hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Anime Club.
It'd be funny for him to find out we weren't recording yet.
Apparently, Seki and Vorn had a competition just now to decide who was lazier. I don't know what it accomplished. Seki still had to lean forward and start the recording.
Which was annoying.
Vorn got up and did everything but start the recording. So he ended up having to be up anyways and just made Seki... They both doubled the amount of effort it would have taken to get this recording going.
That's the point.
Yeah.
So now neither... This is the fucking prisoner's dilemma, people.
I didn't have to get up, though.
So we just got done watching K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yes.
Yeah, this is one that Seki and Realm have been...
And Vorn. We all like this.
I haven't been pestering him to do it.
No, but you agreed with us when we were like, we're going to make him watch it.
Yeah.
You did. Don't deny it. You
and
were
they
on
watch
that
it,
train.
they did. Or...
Well,
I mean...
You tried to steal...
You tried to take back your autonomy?
Yeah, you tried to steal
Say
your
something.
It
autonomy.
was an empowering moment, okay?
Was it? Was it?
Was it really?
Like, do we really want to count that as an empowering moment?
But was it really?
I mean, okay.
Yeah, K-pop Demon Hunters is a movie.
Yeah. Same studio as Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Spider-Man
Aren't they
is
supposed to be working on another Spider-Man movie right now?
They should have.
There should, supposedly in 2027, we're going to get Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, which should come out just a couple years before the K-pop Demon Hunters sequel.
We're finally gonna get the
I
continuation.
don't think you're getting that K-pop Demon Hunters sequel this decade.
It's scheduled for 2029.
We definitely are.
Woo! You're not getting it this decade. Spider-Man
No, that's
Beyond the
this
Spider-Verse
decade.
is scheduled for
Popular.
2021 or something like that, or 2022.
No, this is too popular.
Wait,
There's
what?
too
Remember
much
how
money.
bad they ended up having to delay Beyond the Spider-Verse because of workforce?
Oh, yeah, but that's
issues?
separate.
No, I
It's
think
the
that
same
was...
studio.
No. I think that was specifically because how the director was like fully in control, and thus he could decide, on a whim. Nope, this.
Yeah,
yes,
but
this,
remember,
that.
Spider-Verse also ran into the pandemic and the fucking strike.
Do you think K-pop Demon Hunters has enough cut content from the initial version they wanted to do it? They just, repackage it all as a sequel?
Probably not.
Nah.
But it's the same studio that did Open Season, Surf's Up, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Cinema. Okay, Cloud of Chance Meatball is actually unironically pretty good, though.
Hotel Transylvania,
The first one's decent.
the Emoji Movie,
Yeah, no, never mind.
the Angry
It's
Birds
Sony.
movie.
It's Sony
funny.
Animation. We aren't with an anime studio. We are with or even like a Chinese animation. We're with this is our one of our American animation studios. We're doing it this time.
Yeah, and Netflix is funding. You know, so it was opted for by Netflix. Netflix is owns it basically.
Look, I know we're called the Anime Club, but anything is anime when you're in Japan. I visited Japan. You'll see where this counts.
Yeah. So K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah, it was very fun. I enjoyed this. This is my third time watching it thus far. I still haven't watched it. Seki, you look like you've got a certain grimace on your face. How many times have you watched this movie?
At least 3 times at Nick Nack's house.
Yeah, I know my parents' dog has seen this movie more than I have.
Yeah. Your parents' dog loves this movie. I probably have only seen it like 4 times because I watched it the first time for myself, and then the second time to because I'd watched it like late at night, and I was like, let me just watch it again and make sure that I kind of got everything. The third time I watched it as a sing-along, and then the 4th time I showed it to someone. And I don't think I've seen it since that 4th time I showed it to someone, but I do have the album on my regular car playlist, and I do love it, and I have listened to the album in other languages. Both the official sort of varying quality translations, because some of the official dubs for the music in this movie are actually hot garbage. Like, some of them are genuinely so bad it became a meme.
Well, that's because music is really, really hard to dub.
Yeah, but then there's also some there's some like YouTube covers of it. Like there's this one dude who did a cover in Spanish that is absolutely fucking stunning. So, you know.
How's the Korean version of it?
Fantastic.
Yeah, I figured that one would be.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean it's already half in Korean.
Yeah, they're already
Also, Twice? Seriously?
Yeah.
Twice?
Yeah. Twice is one of the biggest female K-pop groups, you know, of the generation. So
Did they get for the male ones? I wonder for Korean.
So that's the really funny thing is that one of the members, right, of the group is actually one of the members of U-KISS.
So they had you kiss do Korean.
Well, no, so for the girls they had Twice do it, but they didn't do that for the guys. Like they didn't do the same thing, like just co-opt a K-pop group.
Yeah, because I know, for example, like what is it, Mystery Saja? Who was his name?
Yeah, because it's. I think. Let me just double check. I think. Yeah, they. Just trying to, because they didn't do it the same way for the boys.
Let's see. There's.
Well, let me pull up
5
the.
boys.
Yeah, but that's not. That's not what happened. Let's see.
Well, you have to find like 5 Korean.
Yeah. So let's see.
While they're looking that up, Vorn, was this your second time seeing it?
Third, I think, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was Kevin Wu.
Well,
he was the Mystery Saja in the movie.
Yeah, in the English dub.
Yeah, in the English dub.
Yeah.
We're talking about the Korean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
trying to figure out who sung the Korean Saja Boy songs.
Okay.
I'm looking.
So, yeah.
I'm looking. Because it's weird because I know that, like, some of them were done by... Okay. Some of them were done by their actual, like, voice actors for, like, the speaking roles, and some of them weren't. It's a little fucky.
Well, on that note, there's just, like, so many covers, especially if you look at the VTubers or just, like, anyone in general on YouTube.
Okay, so...
doing it.
Yeah, so Jinu was sung by Andrew Choi. Andrew Choi was also... I think he was also voiced part of it. And then Abby is done by an artist named Neckwave. Mystery was sung by Kevin Wu. I think Kevin Wu is that's our U-KISS member, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Kevin Wu is from U-KISS. And then Romance was done by Sam Yuil Lee, and then Baby was done by Danny Chung. And I think of all of those, like Neckwave, Samuel, and Danny Chung are all either solo artists or members of K-pop groups, but not the same K-pop groups.
Okay.
Same thing with Andrew Choi. So it's like they're all singers and dancers and vocalists, but unlike the girls where they did Twice covers of all the songs in Korean, they didn't just get one group to do the Saja Boys.
That's kind of cool and probably a bit more fits with like how some of the songs go. So yeah.
I know. So there was another. I don't know if he's a solo singer or if he's done something, but mostly just because he's gotten comments about how much he looks like Jinhu or Jinu from the movie.
Jinhu songs.
It's this guy. You might know him, Jin Hee.
Yeah. So the thing is, according to the creators and the producers, the Saja Boys take inspiration from basically every single major K-pop group and K-pop star of our generation, right?
Yeah.
Like BTS, ATEEZ, everything. Like they're just like a big conglomeration of like the perfect boy band, right? So literally you look at them and you can, like every single one of them you could say, oh, that's definitely based on this person, but it could also be based on like 5 other people who look exactly the same.
I mean, it makes sense. All K-pop boy band groups are industry plants that were created by Satan, you know?
Hold on. When you said that, I immediately thought psych, and it's like, no.
Well, so side note, as far as like the naming conventions though, for all the other Saja boys aside from Jinu, a lot of them can also be interpreted as negative representations of some of the worst aspects of K-pop fandom.
And then for the girls, right? So the singing voices were done by EJ, Audrey Nuna, and Ray Ami, and then the speaking voices were done by 3 different artists.
Mm-hmm.
So, which some interesting stuff about like EJ and the way that like Rumi was written, because of the songs, like for example, like Golden, isn't actually written to be sung by a human vocal range, like in performance. Like, so the song Golden it's incredibly hard for someone to sing it with like a normal vocal range, and so like there's a couple K-pop artists, not twice, but others, there's like a couple who have done covers of it or like sung it like at award shows as kind of like a special thing, and a lot of them have actually gotten criticism for the fact that like some of the girls can hit the notes but they nasalize them really badly, and it leads to this really like kind of piercing rendition of the song, which is not bad, but it's not the way it sounds in the movie. So like keep in mind, the way that it sounds in the movie is studio produced. Like this is EJ singing, like she's not being manipulated, but this is not EJ performing on stage also dancing and stuff. Actually, the singers EJ and Audrey Nuna and stuff, they've done a couple live performances, and they don't do it in the same key as it is in the film. They can't.
It's
not
too
with
high,
dancing
if I
and stuff.
remember correctly.
Yeah, it's too prolonged and too high. So they have done live performances of this, like with dance, but not to the same key.
Well, I mean, we watch an anime movie, so obviously this isn't necessarily applied to this movie. But that is a problem when you're doing live action adaptations of musicals, even from Broadway. That's why most of them have to turn around and be like, no, we need to sing this in post, and we'll just lip sync it. Or if you're stupid, what you do is you do what Les Mis and Cats did, where they have the actors sing it on set. That's why Les Mis, there's so many of those songs where it's like, no, you're not supposed to be doing that while singing in that range. And you get like, I'm Julie! You remember that.
Yeah, so, it's just one of those things. Is that this is why the vocals sound the way they do in the movie, at least.
Mm-hmm. This isn't the kind of thing you should be hitting in concert all at once.
Yeah, and obviously the movie doesn't necessarily feature all the full versions of all the songs. Like, for example, we didn't hear the full version of Your Idol, which actually starts with an intro that has like Latin chants coming first before the rest of the song. So, definitely check out the actual album. Funny thing, the album is listed in like 3 different ways, because you can find the K-Pop Demon Hunters album, which includes all of the songs, and then the Twice versions, right? And then you can also go on Spotify, right? And you can go to Saja Boys as an artist and find just the Saja Boys songs, and Huntrix as an artist and find just the Huntrix songs.
I've seen that done for smaller scale productions too, where they also credit it in the fictional portrayals. And it's neat when they do that, but it's like, oh yeah, this is the only songs you're ever producing.
Yeah, but then also keep in mind, like, the K-Pop Demon Hunters soundtrack was so viral when it came out that it did actually top K-pop charts for like multiple weeks, which is pretty fucking impressive when they were going up against actual K-pop groups.
I have my own commentary in the movie, but the soundtrack did blow the fuck up when it came out, and I know what happens in the film, but like, with how big the Saja Boys blew up IRL, I don't expect them to not be involved in the sequel.
I respectfully, my favorite thing about this is just the collective, after the first surge of Golden's popularity passed, the collective admittance from every single person who was a fan of this that we would never seal the Hunmun.
We would be so cooked.
Because we're too big of fans of Saja Boys. Our Hunmun, not sealed. Our day, probably ruined. The Saja Boys, impeccable.
That's actually worth noting here, because this movie has a body count.
Yes.
A really high one.
Oh, yeah.
I thought we were getting a Disney ending when they killed off the young girl who was shipping them. But no, it's not that they steal the soul and the souls come back at the end. No, they're dead.
No, they're dead.
They're gone.
They're gone.
These people actually, hundreds, maybe even thousands of people died over the course of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
This is the kind of thing viral YouTube videos are going to go back on later and say, man, that boy band that disappeared after their performance on stage, wow, these people, they had a lot of fans that went missing too. This boy band is cursed. What happened here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The boy band themselves also went missing. Whatever happened to them?
Yeah, kudos to them for actually kind of shouting it out with that one section where they had the number of people disappearing has majorly increased. Because if you hadn't seen that,
You just thought
could
they
have
took
just
the souls, and it was
and
like
these people were just walking around like soulless or something. But no. These people died.
Yeah.
They're dead. They're not coming back.
And like the only one that confirmed for sure, like what happened to them before that was that news broadcast that they went missing, and then the girl, the one like the one that
no. There was also Subway.
no, oh yeah, in the subway the people were gone too,
yeah.
and then the girl like she just drops the soda can.
Yeah.
So it's interesting writing choice there. I both respect it and also kind of feel ways about it.
It makes me wonder. So we know that like a lot of content was cut from this movie. So this movie was supposed to be, I think, over 2 hours long to begin with, somewhere between 2 and 3 hours. And Netflix wasn't originally confident in its success, being like, like a no-name property, like coming out of nowhere, like animated movie releasing in the West. So Netflix had ordered this to be cut down to like an hour and a half, right? It makes me wonder what was included that was cut out, right? Because I could see maybe more emphasis on that having been something that was just removed for the purposes of both making it marketable to a wider audience of ages, right? Because this is marketable to children, right?
Oh, yeah.
I say subbing at an elementary school regularly where I have to hear these songs every single day on the playground and in the morning and over the intercom, right? Like, this is marketable to children. And then, also...
Wait, are the children playing the music, or the
children are requesting the music and the staff are playing it. Okay. I have heard these songs more in the context of being blasted out of a Bluetooth speaker on a playground than in my car, and that's saying something, because these are on my regular shuffle playlist. Not to say that it made me hate these songs. You could never make me hate these songs. I certainly do not seek them out, though, anymore. I've hit the point where I'm like, if they come up, yeah, I'll sing along. If they don't, that's fine.
Mm-hmm. I think the music was quite well handled, which is good.
It's catchy as fuck.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's a musical. It better have good music.
Yeah.
But, what else?
The animation's also beautiful.
Okay, so here's a cool detail about the Saja boys, how they're animated in comparison to the rest of the cast. So because they're demons, but to give you like a visual clue that they're kind of maybe not human, and to make them look a little bit more uncanny, they're actually animated on 1s in terms of animation, as opposed to the rest of the cast, which are animated on 2s. What this translates to is that they appear more fluid, so they have more active frames of moving, whereas the Huntrix girls, they animate every other frame.
I actually didn't really care for the animation on this one. I think it's mostly a stylistic thing, so I think technically it was very impressive, but it gives me I see two things in it. One that I kind of like and one I don't. The thing I kind of like the Spider-Verse in this, because this is taking a lot of cues from Spider-Verse in terms of like where like, Realm just brought up how the Saja boys were animated versus everyone else. That's a huge Spider-Verse influence in terms of the not going as many frames as you can. I also felt like it was animated in a very similar style, and this is where I kind of dislike it and where it was jarring for me to watch and took me out of the film at times, to some of the later Hotel Transylvania films. Like if you've ever seen
same
Dracula.
studio.
Yeah. So if you've ever seen like Dracula and how he moves, I feel like so many of the characters move like that, and it takes me out of the film to see that.
But I think you can see some of those same influences between Spider-Verse and Hotel Transylvania, to be honest.
It's a stylistic thing in Spider-Verse, though. Here, it's more jarring to me. Whereas in Spider-Verse, there's it tends to happen when they're also fucking around with the art style as well. Here, the art style's not really fucked around with that much for most of the characters. It's mostly consistent.
Nick, you could just take Genu, put him in the place of Dracula, and have him do that dance on the cruise ship scene.
Yeah.
Like, as someone who actually likes the Hotel Transylvania movies, who thinks that they're like a fun watch to laugh about, that doesn't bother me.
I think they're fine. I just don't care for the animation.
I just don't. I don't think I've ever cared that much about the Hotel Transylvania movies. I think they're fun to laugh at.
I literally, here's the thing though. So like for me, I've actually only ever seen them a couple of times, and never in order, mind you.
Yeah, it's irrelevant.
So it's like, I don't really feel like any special way about those movies. They pretty much just are goofy fun. They're like on the same par as like a Despicable Me before all the constant sequels that they just pushed
and the
out.
Minions.
At the end of the day,
Minions.
it was technically good. It's very much a personal stylistic thing that I just don't care for. So I'm not even gonna say it's bad animation. I just didn't care for it.
Nah, chat, you totally missed occasionally. They do something like funny animation wise. I'd look over and this man just have like the most constipated fucking upset look on his face.
Yeah.
I was like, he is not appreciating this in the same way that the rest of us are.
Do you want me to go into my thoughts really here?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go for it.
I think you're the only one who has anything different.
Yeah,
It's okay. We all know that Nick Nack's the mood killer.
I'm always the mood killer. Unless we're talking about the Muppets.
Fuck the Muppets.
No. Like I don't think the film was bad. I think it's a good film. I think there's the issues that get me the most are the stylistic animation ones that Seki could see me visibly cringing at, and B, and I don't think Seki would even disagree with me here. I feel like I can feel that 3-hour cut down.
Oh yeah,
Like,
no.
especially at the beginning and some of the middle parts.
I think because they try to cram in a lot of background and a lot of history and kind of build up this like establishing universe,
Mhm.
right? But I think a lot of that is probably a fair amount of that got cut due to time because you want to focus obviously on Huntrix and Saja and like the conflict in modern day, but then you lose out of like, because let's be honest here, that they're establishing us with this sort of like background that is long and historied, that they probably would have liked to spend a little bit more time calling back to and showing us snippets of.
And then also we could have gotten, I think, a little bit more of Rumi's caretaker.
Her mom and her mom's like bandmates.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the previous generation.
And
Yeah.
the father.
Yeah.
Well, the father, because the father was another thing he's brought up because he was supposedly a demon.
Yeah, but we don't know.
But we don't know.
And then Rumi's mother died when she was a baby. Like, why did that happen? And why wasn't her father around, etc.
I think because of how much, and I feel like there was cuts. Like you could see where scenes were cut shorter. It makes everything at the front half feel like it's moving at a breakneck pace, and their efforts to get the characterization for our main characters in feel like it needs to be sped up so significantly that, combined with those stylistic issues I have, it makes when I'm watching it, I felt like I was watching an ADHD fever dream.
But then it really kind of extends itself in the second act. So you get like this really fast-paced first bit where you're really trying to cram in a lot of information so that when you get to the second part, you're just left to sit with what's happening, which is fine. Like, I don't think it's bad, but it shows the cuts, right? Is I think adding in like that extra 30 minutes or so that you might have had planned, right? Like if Netflix had been more confident, probably would have led to a better flow state for the movie and a better overall pacing, which probably would have made some of the animation choices less jarring in retrospect. But also, that's not what we got. Like, those are all...
I think the place that suffered the most here for me, the big bad villain altogether of the film. Is it Guima?
Guima. Yeah. So the GK is how it is in Japanese. Same thing in Korean. So Guima.
Yeah. I thought Guima was a very, very weak villain.
Because we didn't get
ridiculously weak.
Guima.
But he was also the big bad at the climax that the characters went up against. We didn't really get that much of an emotional confrontation, which is what the film was kind of building towards.
I think in my mind, imagine if we'd had more scenes where Guima was whispering to our characters and trying to like influence them and talk to them, and that would have made Guima a lot more malevolent, like a lot more present as an existence in the film. Because like obviously it's shown a few times, and we know that like the idea here is that Guima is constantly whispering to anyone. And if they feel enough like shame or desperation, they'll take him up on those whispers, right? He's promising you all these things when you're down at your lowest, right? But we didn't see a lot of times. Like, Rumi's the only character outside of Jinu that we really see like at her lowest with like stuff happening. Maybe if we'd seen Mira or, you know, some of the other characters hit their lowest and hear some whispers, it would have felt more insidious than it was.
Yeah, because instead the only instance we really get of that is once after the end when the whole Idol Awards was ruined, then you get that little confrontation and you hear like those whispers, not necessarily from Guima, but just from the demons in general, and that's already when the honeymoon is kind of destroyed and everything.
Can I just say, I find it funny at the Idol Awards, like, the Huntrix broke up on stage. I was like, that looks like that was a scripted performance. That was actually a really well handled.
I kind of love the
choreographed.
Well, I kind of love also the reference to, so this is the thing in K-pop, right? Is you get these they're called like weekly idol awards, right? Like the Mama Awards, where they'll go like every single week they'll do like or like once a month or something, they'll do an award show. They'll be like, over the last week, these are the people who released new songs. These are the people whose songs were the best, and they'll have them all come out on stage. It'll be like 30 minutes or an hour, and they'll do performances, and then they'll be like, this week, you have the top spot, right? So it was fun to see like that aspect, because I remember I used to watch like Mama Awards and stuff like that on TV, because I had the Korean channels, right? So I could watch that sort of stuff live when it was happening, and when I was really into K-pop. And it was like really fun to sort of see that like represented in the film. And I think it's very funny because the film itself does a really good job of representing a lot of parts of K-pop culture, but at the same time, like Huntrix is actually like Huntrix, if it had been an actual group, would not have been a popular K-pop. Like there's a lot of problems with Huntrix, and I don't just mean like the mixing of like English and Korean lyrics or anything like that, but like the way that Huntrix operates is not a way that a K-pop group, like a traditional one, would operate, right? Like it's not equitable for the girls. Like they're being treated far too well and given far too much freedom.
They're given far too many carbs.
Yeah, and for like it's interesting that you get a look at some of these things like these weekly awards, but then also this is not representative of the way that K-pop idols live and work, right? Like and at all, unless they're completely unaffiliated, making their own schedules and owning their own like name, which is incredibly rare.
Yeah.
Only a few K-pop groups have ever managed to do that.
Although I think in this case they do.
Well, that's the point, is that basically yes and no, because the implication here is that Celine is the person who owns the company that they perform under. Like she owns their brand and their name. That's why she's in charge of training them, right? And so like in some ways, like yes, they're being sort of like
there's surely someone bankrolling them, and thematically Celine is supposed to like it's supposed to represent that manager role,
and she is supposed to be controlling and that sort of stuff, but it's not in the same way that a real K-pop group would be. They both have more freedom and less freedom, right, in some ways.
I think that's kind of what the movie is trying to portray, is how it would look if it was more positive for them in some aspects.
I actually don't agree. I don't think that any part of this movie is meant to be specific commentary on the K-pop industry at all. Because no part of this movie is actually giving like real commentary on the like industrial workings of K-pop as a business, right? Like we're not looking at the business side of K-pop with this, and even if we were, it's highly inaccurate. I think that's a bit of a stretch to say, like at all, because if this was really going to make some commentary on like, you know, a better version of K-pop, then we wouldn't have the implication of Celine bankrolling them, right? We wouldn't have Bobby as their manager, right? We'd have a whole lot of other things happening instead, you know? Yeah. Or we'd see, you know, Saja Boys very differently.
Also, I don't think they pay their managers 3% of their...
No, God.
Well,
God,
everything.
God, no.
Bobby's rich as shitting fucking hell.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I think K-pop is more so just the framework that's chosen for kind of the setting of the movie. I don't think it's meant to be necessarily a commentary, especially coming from like, keep in mind, like based like a lot of the people who worked on this, right? Like E.J., right? Who did like most of the music writing for this. Like E.J. herself has like kind of a really awful history with the K-pop industry. and yet you don't really see that bleeding through in this, you know? Because EJ was a trainee at an actual like K-pop company for like a decade, and never debuted. Like they never actually kept her in a group to debut, and then she basically aged out of the training program and was told, "You're basically too old to ever debut with a K-pop group, so just go find another job in the industry." Even though you've spent a decade of your life preparing for a debut that never happened. You know, like you'd think that if they were going to make some commentary, it'd actually be, you know, somewhat relevant here.
Yeah.
I mean, that also could have been also due to partial cutting of the thing, because like
maybe, but I just don't think we ever really see K-pop in this film industrially.
Yeah,
and I think it would be really hard, like if there had been K-pop as an industry commentary here, we would have seen it in other ways. We would have seen it in the way that they lived. We would have seen it in the way that they eat.
It's not really a high focus of this film.
It's not a high focus, but I just personally feel like I see some of like the intent there. I think that's just me, but
I know what you're talking about. I think because I think that comes out with the themes here on identity, which can be applicable, identity and public perception. But that's it's a very surface level thing that's not necessarily even applied to just K-pop so much as celebrities in general.
Yeah, it's more of a in that way. It's more of a commentary on celebrity culture in a sense.
Yeah. By the way, can I talk about how stupid the song "Takedown" was as a plan?
Yeah, it's so stupid.
Let's write a diss track and diss them for being demons, but we can't really expose them for being demons on stage. So. It's like writing a diss track without having any allegations in there other than we don't like your face.
Yeah.
I mean, it still ended up being a fire song when they actually listened to the finished version of it.
Yeah, a good song does not necessarily make a good diss track.
I actually don't like Takedown as a song. It's my least favorite song in the whole movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's thematically my least favorite in the movie, but I still like it as a standalone.
No, as a standalone song, it's my least favorite.
I mean, that's fine.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just saying, like, for me, it's my absolute least favorite of the songs.
Yeah.
But then again, I think my most favorite are like the last two songs in the film. So.
Oh yeah, like
Idol
and This Is What It Sounds Like.
Yeah. Ooh, that lighting that they did for This Is How It Sounds Like, especially with the swirls right there. Also, god dang, that's a lot of connotations right there.
To be fair, I think, and then the other song that I really like is the intro song.
Yeah. It's just called Undrix, or is it? Or
no, it's got a name. For the life of me, I can't.
How It's Done.
Yeah,
How It's Done. That's right.
What I like is the Chinu and Rumi, like the
softer.
duo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Free.
Yeah,
that's
Free.
That's their duo song.
Yeah. If you look around online, I think EJ showed it off on a podcast, but the original version of Free is 12 minutes long.
Dang.
And it features I think a reprisal of an earlier song, and a much larger section to Genu. Because like the original, so EJ has shared like some of the like original demo versions of these songs like on podcasts and stuff, and a lot of them sounded very different. Actually, in fact, what I would say is about songs, especially like Your Idol and stuff, a lot less PG.
Oh yeah.
And G-rated. Like some of those some of the original demos were a lot harsher.
Oh yeah.
In terms of like the words used and the implications than were used in the final cut of the movie. So I think it was definitely like, I wouldn't call it Disney-fied, but it was definitely like PG-ized. In sort of like in like the actual like final production of it, to make it marketable, and I can only assume that is just because of Netflix's lack of confidence in this appealing to an adult market enough to bank on it being like a more adult themed movie.
When does this move, or when when does this discussion go up?
I don't know.
Okay, because like I'm sure it'll pass by the time this goes up. This movie is getting nominated for an Oscar award, and I think it's one of only 2 movies that are going to have performances at the Oscars as far as music goes.
Yeah, because I know EJ and the others have already done performances of this at award shows and stuff like that. So,
Just wondering, what would you guys like a second movie to be?
Well,
I don't know, and maybe that's because I actually think that this movie does a really good job of telling one story and finishing it. Like, we're not left with an open-ended ending here. I know what a lot of people want it to be online, right? Like, I'm in the fandom. I know what people want it to be, right? And I don't... Small detail that, you might not have noticed if you weren't paying enough attention, but when... At the very end, when Jinoo gives her, like, his soul that he's gotten back because of her, if you notice when her sword reforms, it's different. It's not the same shape.
Giant bastard sword.
Before. Yeah, it becomes a different shape and size. And so a lot of people online are like, oh my god, that means Jinoo is still alive inside her sword. The next movie is going to be about rescuing Jinoo, right? Like, restoring him. And I'm like, that doesn't feel like what it's going to be to me. Like, that feels like that would be too much of, like, going back on what you've already done. But I genuinely don't know what another movie could be, because it's labeled as a sequel, and so I almost want to say, like, oh, I'd love to see, like, prequels about, like, the other girl groups.
Prequel would be nice.
But the thing about a prequel in that context is, like, but what would they show us, right? Because we know that these groups existed, these women grew up, they sung, they kept the honmun blue, but they never turned it gold.
Rumi's mom and dad, and I wanted to figure out that story right there.
But that doesn't feel like a sequel.
Well, I can tell you what I would want to see out of a sequel more. I would want to see a sequel go more into the demons. I feel like that was one of the, shockingly, one of the less explored parts of this film, was, like, what is actually going on with the demons down there. They drop a bunch of implications, which throw up red flags, like, oh, these are these people? Are these things that traded their souls away?
Yeah, the implication seems to be that they were people who made deals with Guima because of the shame or the, anxiety that they felt, and then eventually those deals overtook them and they became servants of Guima rather than, living humans. But that's the implication, not the outright stated thing. And also, we didn't really see that happening to anyone per se.
Yeah, I would want to explore that relationship a bit more, especially knowing that they are, this is not
because in theory, if you can start developing patterns as a human the way that it was shown that Jinoo did and the way that Rumi did, why do people not have patterns all over the world all the time?
Like, how did a demon end up getting together with Rumi's mother in the first place?
Like, why is having patterns a symbol of you being a demon when it's shown in the flashback that Jinoo was developing patterns when he was still human, right? Rumi was developing patterns while she is still explicitly human. Also, are we saying that demons are, reproductively compatible with humans? What's the ruling here on this? What's the fuck chart?
Are there demons just born sealed away already?
Yeah, what's the fuck chart look like here? Obviously, Rumi's dad was able to produce swimmers that worked in a human uterus.
And if we're saying that demons can be born, like, sealed away already, that means you have an entire class of oppressed people that are being ruled by a dictator that's also being sealed away by everyone else. Like, that's...
There's stuff to investigate about the demons.
Yeah. Like, I feel like there's a lot there. I have no idea how you frame it around K-pop again without repeating the same exact plot.
Yeah.
Well, so, because, obviously, like, I think the way that it would need to go about it is because, so a lot of this movie's, like, main theming was around identity. So I think the main thing is they would have to figure out something else, like a different theme or concept to frame it around.
K-pop demons?
No.
No.
We had K-pop demons.
Yeah.
They're called the Saja Boys.
That said,
exactly.
I know from a narrative standpoint, I agree with Seki here, it would feel kind of unfulfilling to bring Jinoo back. At the same time, the Saja Boys make a lot of money in real life.
Yeah.
And if they even left that door slightly open for themselves.
And by changing her sword, they kind of did, because they can make some sort of bullshit excuse.
And even though we technically see them defeat the Saja Boys at the end of the movie, or like Zoe and Mira.
But technically all they really do is seal them away.
Yeah, they just send them back to Guima, basically. So...
Well, actually, it's never explicitly shown whether or not the demons that the girls defeat go back to Guima. Because we never actually see a demon that they tear apart go back to Guima. They didn't tear apart that flight attendant, remember?
Oh,
She just
yeah.
dropped away in the other half of
Yeah.
the plane. So when they kill the demons, does that kill them forever? Or does it just send them back to reform, right?
Mm.
That's never answered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Similar. I mean, we do get the implication that like all the human souls that were lost there, but we never get it outright stated, like that went missing.
Can I also say that and this is the Rumi, this is like the my big flaw, the big flaw I find in Rumi's arc. You go from one moment where she has this realization with her caretaker and basically the one who raised her after her mother passed, that they're not like, she's not treating her right just for being a demon, and she sees she actually directly calls out like a fundamental flaw of this world.
Mm-hmm.
And then we drop that, and we're supposed to assume she immediately came to peace with either like the need for that off screen, or she just like immediately the next scene she's in.
I don't know. Maybe we just need a director's cut.
Maybe. I think the implication there is that so they shatter the original Hon Moon that's been built with the intention of just keeping all demons down, but then rebuild a new shield, and the intention of the new shield is not the same as the original one, but we didn't get that explained,
Yeah.
probably because of lack of scenes that were originally written.
As far as we have right now, it's like, oh, I say I have my boot on your back. Well, we're going to remove the boot and put a different boot on your back. That makes things better.
It is different colors, so could mean something.
But
Now
Did
it's a
you
hot
see-
pink.
well,
No, it's still blue.
it was still
No, I know.
blue. It was still
The
blue.
hot pink is when it's dissolving.
Yes.
When it came back at
No.
the end and they were showing it, it was blue.
No,
with
during
shimmering
Golden,
gold.
it was like shimmering gold, but
Yeah.
like now we actually see more like rainbowy.
No, it
No.
was blue, shimmering gold again.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
But what I was gonna say, because we do see Rumi like at the end of that scene, like that interaction with her. We do see her actually do the same thing that Juno does, where she warps. She does like the demon warp or
Yeah.
whatever.
Like, I feel like we hit the low and immediately jump to the high instead of having the character have to build themselves back up.
But I think once again that's just timing. It's just missing time in the movie.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah,
it's
I
the
mean
movie
it's
we
there.
got.
It's there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it though.
Oh
It's
yeah.
so much fun.
Oh yes.
Such a good movie.
I
It's
would
a
love.
movie.
I would love to do the sing along version at some point.
That would be so much
Yeah, you can
fun.
count me out of that.
Yeah.
Okay, respectfully, the sing-along version would be fantastic.
No, it wouldn't.
Yes, it would.
Oh, it absolutely would.
Can you imagine I just failing to hit those high notes but still
Just
trying?
absolutely hitting my. The only thing I'm hitting is my voice.
You
crack.
and me out here attempting golden,
Oh yeah.
but
Scared the cat
horrifically.
away.
Good.
She's already too fat, and she's already left a
She
mess.
needs to run. She needs to jump. It's
yeah,
fine.
she needs to.
Like Derpy, she needs to develop some
She needs to start.
level of sentience.
She needs to start hopping around majestically.
I know. Speaking of, fucking Derpy,
Yes.
best character.
Oh
Derpy's
yeah.
still there.
I know. Best character. We love Derpy.
You can't send the marketable thing back to hell.
Exactly. Also, okay, low key though, the one question I've always had about this: what is Derpy? Derpy does not appear to be there's nothing else like Derpy or Susie, and they're still outside the Hunmoon after it's sealed, and they don't seem to like trigger any sort of like demon sense. Fuck is this weird random ass blue skywalking cat?
So what I'm getting here is there's this entire like subset of not just demons, but like Korean spirits that are also sealed away, and we don't know about that.
Where should we take that? Much like Japan, Korea has a large folklore of these sort of like spirits and stuff called dokebi, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So because here's the thing. So the representation for them, it does come from, it is a Korean culture thing.
Yeah,
It's the-
Dokebi.
yeah. So it's the tiger and the magpie, and it's meant to represent the either the tiger represents authority or aristocracy, and then the magpie represents the common people.
Yeah, but like I get that's
Yes,
what it
it's-
is in
it's-
Korean
yes.
culture, but there's no connection in the film that they're giving us.
So I guess then it's just meant to be up to your interpretation at that point.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Okay, in the vein of The Lion King 1.5, I want our sequel to be about Derpy and Susie. Much like it was about Timon and Pumbaa.
Yeah, honestly, that would be a good spin-off to see.
I want to find out if these girls are the only demon hunters or if there are other demon hunters out in the world. Because consider this. If they have to protect the whole moon covers the whole entire Earth.
Yeah, they did explicitly say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a lot of work for like 3 girls.
And it's always been 3 girls every time through history.
Like, come on.
You try to break their backs.
Yeah.
Quite literally.
Try breaking their backs trying to lift this whole thing up.
Yeah, I mean, the other question about that is like, okay, so these are based on the T.H.E and these are very obviously Korean spirits. Are these Korean demons the only thing that's ever threatened the Earth throughout all of history, and only 3 Korean women could ever solve this problem? These are ridiculous questions. I realize that these are questions that aren't actually being asked in the film. You know what I mean?
These aren't actual serious questions.
Like, this is us over-interrogating something that does not need to be interrogated.
I don't know, maybe American, there's American demons, there's Chinese demons in China. Who the fuck knows?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know.
Weird as shit, but funny.
That's just a weird thing.
It's like you only beat the Korean boss. He was the starter boss.
Yeah.
Get ready. You're going up to the next mode.
Get ready.
So
Next
is our sequel not even going to be in Korea? It's going to be J-pop demon hunters, and we have Conjuro in a dress singing.
I mean, I'd watch that film.
Yeah, same, honestly.
Waifu Wars?
Waifu
Wars.
Waifu Wars. Waifu Wars. Knick-knack.
I thought Rumi had the most interesting plot in the entire film, even though I thought it kind of ended in a bit of an anticlimax.
Okay, Lauren.
Zoe.
Okay. Realm.
Bobby.
Baby Saja.
Fair enough.
He's not my favorite Saja, but I just think Baby is the most interesting of the Sajas that isn't Genu.
That's fair.
Because Baby's got the deep voice joke and the hot sauce joke.
Yep.
So I was like, he's the one that's given arguably the most.
Yeah, the most
none of the others,
aside from Gina.
Outside of Gina, the others really have no personality.
Well, the other funny thing is, like, even, like, the names. So Baby is obviously Baby, right? And it's the Goo Goo Gaga that makes him Baby. And then Mystery is the one where his hair covers his eyes. And Abby is the one with abs. And Romance is the one with the heart-shaped pink hair. So it's like...
And spits out his
Where did
heart
Gino
from his
find
mouth.
these people? Did he just happen to, like, search all of that sealed away area until he found every single demon that was musically inclined?
Or, like, vaguely attractive.
Or did Guima was this a yeah, these are my weird kids that have nothing to do with here. You guys go do something in the corner.
Musical pets.
Yeah. Are they like the demon minstrels?
Yeah.
I assume so at this point.
Yeah, I mean, Derpy's obviously my favorite character, but, like, I'd probably pick Baby Saja just because it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, out of all the Saja boys. Now, real talk here, I don't have a recommendation based on this. I genuinely don't. Like, fuck.
To be honest,
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Animation-wise, you can point to some of the more recent stuff like that and Puss in Boots.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to say fuck demons, go watch some Demon Slayer or some Freren or something.
That feels like a reach.
It is a reach.
Yeah.
That feels like a real big reach.
I'm trying to think of, like, a musical that I could recommend that's, like, similar to this, but nothing comes to mind.
Yeah, no, I think if you like this, you probably just like musicals, and if you like musicals, just watch musicals. Oh! One Piece Film Red.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
One Piece Film Red would be it, because that's also a music-based plot, like, has a sing-along version, fantastic music, like, actually, you know, big identity stuff going on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What was that anime one where it's a musical idol one?
I
was
know
online.
about 10 of those.
It's like an online one.
I know about 10 of
I think
those.
I'll search it up.
You know what? Okay, I actually have a recommendation for, like, an anime specifically. Go watch K-On!
I guess.
Oh, another one. Bochi the Rock.
Oh, another one. Another idol anime. Look, you could get...
Vaughns over here searching idol anime like there
Don't
aren't
worry,
like 5,000 of them.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, Magical Girl Ore.
Oh, yes. Actually,
That's actually relatively, I think, relevant here.
you know what? Here, Vorn, since you couldn't think of it before I did, what? Fuck, what? I know that
And then
name.
Realm can't think of it either.
No, I know what it is in my head.
Is it newer?
Yes, it's newer.
Is it extremely popular?
Fairly, yes.
Did it blow up with the same author as Kaguya-sama?
Did
Is that
it?
the one Oshinoko? Is that the
Yes,
one?
Oshinoko.
I would recommend it. That thing's a train going towards a brick wall right now.
Oof.
All right.
Okay, the first
Putting
season and nothing
aside-
else.
Yeah.
Okay, putting aside the fact that we are not going to sit here Googling idol animes to try to tell you to watch something that we have not seen. Nick Nack, I would like to present my case to you. If we watch more Fairy Tail now, we've had a break, we watch some now, and we don't have to watch a bunch of it all in a row together later.
You two?
Fairy Tail now, save you from Fairy Tail later.
I really kind of want a break from Fairy Tail, to be honest.
We haven't watched Fairy Tail in like
Look,
2 months!
Look, I know. I want to continue having a break. We've only got, what, 2 more submissions from your end?
3.
Okay.
You want 3 all grouped up together at the end. Okay.
I'm not saying I want them all at once. I'm not saying I want them all at once. I just still want to take a slightly longer break from it. We could have yours. I would be more than happy to have yours be the next submission. Obviously, that's Nick Nack's decision. But I'm just saying, I would like a further break.
So what are you presenting me instead, Realm?
That's what I'm trying to think about. I forget, because I know that I have agreed to help Seki out with some things, but
Yeah.
I don't remember.
One of them was may I ask for this one thing.
Mm-hmm.
You were going to submit K-pop Demon Hunters. You have
I
something
was,
if you
but
don't
so
wanna
you
remember that.
in fact, though, you did a favor for me because you
King's
ended up...
Avatar was the other
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
And I think there was something else. I've got it written on a notepad somewhere, but
Yeah.
it's definitely those 2.
You did technically free up a submission of mine, Nick Nack, so I would be willing to do you a solid and free up a submission on your end.
Well, my submission, 2 of my submissions are...
Are mine?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a moot
You
point.
can always
That's
take
a
one
moot.
of mine off of his hands.
That's a moot point. I feel like you've
Mine
got
are
a lot
not
of...
fairy tales. He's got non-fairy tale from me.
The one she has me potentially submitting for her later is Soul Leveling and Inuyasha.
Oh, respectfully, eat shit. I actually have 4 fairy tale submissions left. And between those 4, it's almost 100 episodes.
So what, this is going to go into our next season?
No.
I still have 4
She still
submissions.
has 4
this
submissions
season.
left,
submissions.
period. So she has 4 fairy tale submissions she's putting in this season.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Because Rando went through
Yeah, no, I'm looking.
3 times. Nick Nack has, with this, gone through 2 times because we done like a full round once. So
Yep.
everyone's already
Oh
done
yeah, that's
one.
right. It was
Yeah.
mostly
Yeah.
That's right. It was mostly Rando
Yeah.
who got to go.
Rando got like
Rando got the first one and got 2 in a row.
yeah.
Hmm.
So, Vorn, what's your pitch here?
Rando actually got
Well-
3 in a row.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so Rando only has 1 more.
Yep.
Vorn?
You've been liking my choices of Chinese anime. Let me make another Chinese anime choice for you.
Throw it out there.
You have to have the name.
Fine. Immortal. Let's see.
The
it's
Daily Life of the Immortal Demon King.
Yeah.
I've seen this one. I actually like it.
So, my problem here is all 3 of your suggestions are pro-Seki suggestions right now. And I'm not in the mental headspace after watching K-pop Demon Hunters to be pro-Seki. And Seki's presenting an awful argument because it's the same argument as last time. It's a good argument, but it's a recycled argument, so you get an F.
Nick Nack, my argument... Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. It may be recycled, but my argument gets stronger every time I'm skipped. Because every time I'm skipped, you have a higher chance of getting 100 episodes of Fairy Tail in a row. And that is a pain that we do not want to live through.
So right now, I'm in a very I'm gonna piss in Seki's cereal moment. We're throwing it back to the final rando.
Oh my god. You actual shit stain. You actual shit stain.
Actually, when will be our next
Can't
recording?
believe you did that.
It'll be 2 weeks from now. So let's see. here.
15th?
Probably, yeah.
Nope.
Oh, no?
Are we not going to be able to do 15th?
Well, we're just not gonna do it that day.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, no. So it would probably have to be the 18th then. Or maybe the 11th.
We can just move it around.
Okay.
Find some time around that.
Okay.
Wait, what do you have that day?
I'm busy.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Rando. What do you got for us this time?
Rando, go, Rando!
Can't believe.
Hey, at least we're going to get Rando to choose stuff for us.
Yeah, but this is the last time.
Yeah.
Okay, alright, let
We've just been
me
rolling some good stuff.
pull up my number.
After this, we have to steer the ship ourselves.
Yep.
Let's crash into those rocks
I'm gonna
right there!
I'm gonna strangle you for using all the rando submissions because
I didn't use most of those. Most of those rando did.
Oh, true.
Yeah, because Rando...
I'm gonna strangle you for using this last one then.
Rando got... we called Rando so hard. Is it One Piece?
No.
Is it Fairy Tale?
No.
Naruto?
No.
Is it yours?
So
It's fine.
Okay, so what is it?
Are you happy that you threw it back to Rando?
wait. I need to check something here.
Are you happy that you threw it back to Rando, or are we?
Are we watching Isekai Slap again?
No, not at all. In fact,
Well, it's obviously one of Seki's submissions.
it is. It
Yeah.
is one of mine.
There's no episode count on here.
Nope, there isn't.
Is it a movie?
All roads lead to Rome. In this case, all roads lead to Seki.
Well, you were pretty close.
Katekyo?
No, you were pretty close with some of the stuff you said.
I mean, technically, it is trapped
Oh,
in
it's
another
Dragon
world.
Ball.
Original Dragon Ball.
Oh my.
We're gonna be seeing some true history here.
Oh yeah, actual history in the making.
Look, I mean, it wouldn't be one that I'd be excited to watch, but at the same time, this is kind of like one of those. It's kind of I need to watch it.
I mean, look, OG Dragon Ball is like well worth it.
Like this is like one of the biggest blind spots in my anime consumption because
Mhm.
I've never watched Dragon Ball in any capacity in any series.
Yeah, and we are watching the original, so keep that.
Someone rent a backhoe.
Why?
They need it for your 6-foot grave.
Why?
I feel like I'm going to be ending up killing you after this.
Brother, it's Dragon Ball.
It's Dragon Ball.
It's a
Warren.
piece of anime history. You kind of have to at least give it some respect, even if you don't like it.
I don't know how far we're going to get into the heavily long-ass fight scenes. I hope we're
no,
not.
this is original Dragon Ball, not Z.
Oh. Wait,
Original Dragon
did
Ball.
original
Like
Dragon
Kid
Ball not
Goku.
have that?
Kid Goku.
Oh. Okay,
Yeah.
then you're not going to need the backhoe and everything else.
It's also
We're
an
gonna be okay.
establishing episode. The establishing episodes really can't get away with fights that long.
Yeah.
Thank gosh. Thank
Also, because I am a benevolent Seki, I decided long ago when I put this into the hat that I was actually just gonna have you watch the fucking 1 through 13. Like, episode 1, The Secret of the Dragon Balls, to 13, The Legend of Goku, which is, just the actual origin.
Of
Isn't
Goku.
that,
Yeah,
like
Dragon Ball. It's the Emperor Pilaf saga.
I like how the Dragon Ball is basically just a retelling of the myth of Sun Wukong.
Yeah, so that's my plan with Dragon Ball always was that I was only really going to have you guys ever watch the original portion that reminded me the most of Journey to the West.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was really gonna take us through I'll put it back in the hat and we'll basically go through up till we hit the point of the Pig King or whatever and touch the Cell Saga and then flip forward to Z.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just 13 episodes. It's Dragon Ball. It's Dragon Ball, y'all.
Dragon D's balls.
So do we actually need to watch a Dragon Ball trailer?
I I don't think there is a trailer for the original Dragon.
There probably isn't.
Watch Dragon Ball on Toonami yet.
I need you to know this came out in 1986.
Yeah.
So let's put this into context. This came out 40 years ago. 40 years ago.
Wait,
1986 was 40 years ago.
I just felt my soul leave my body. Hearing that information.
I found a trailer.
There's.
Oh dear.
I can't. Okay.
Oh dear.
We should watch the trailer just because it's 40 years old.
Oh dear God. Do I want to?
You have to look up Dragon Ball 1986 trailer, and you'll find some form of commercial here.
Are we just gonna watch this all individually on our phones or something?
I guess so. At this point.
So this is actually an advertisement for the.
Oh, for the DVD box set.
Yeah. So this is not a trailer for the show.
I mean,
It's
looking at the animation,
closest
it's not
thing.
that bad.
I mean, it's 1986. It's exactly what you expect for 1986.
Yeah, but I was expecting a bit worse still.
I mean, it had money behind it. It had a name. Dragon Ball, the manga, was already incredibly popular.
Okay, fair.
So-
Fair.
Look, just because Z popped the fuck off.
Yeah. Doesn't mean that the original Dragon Ball was not incredibly popular. Z popped off. Z ran because Dragon Ball walked.
I'm gonna be heretical, and I'm going to watch Dragon Ball Abridged.
Then you don't get to sit in on the recording.
Damn.
You gotta watch the original series.
I was joking anyways.
Watch both.
Yeah.
See what's the better story.
It's actually categorically Dragon Ball. The original Dragon Ball, especially the first part before the Cell Saga, has genuinely been praised as a fucking fantastic.
Also, I'm pretty sure the
anime.
big popular Dragon Ball Abridged is Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah,
they did the original Dragon Ball. I think they only did Z.
Yeah.
Okay.
Z and
I don't think they bothered to go back.
That's fair enough.
Yeah. Because by the time Abridged series has got popular, I mean, the thing is, Dragon Ball Z obviously got incredibly popular in the 90s and early 2000s, especially in the West, and that was kind of the prime era for abridging anime series on YouTube and stuff like that. And the thing is, Dragon Ball Z owes a lot of its overall popularity to Dragon Ball, but Dragon Ball was already finished and never actually blew up in the West. Z blew up entirely on its own, but Z's fame in the East came from Dragon Ball, the original series, paving the way. So Dragon Ball, the original series, was never as popular here as it ever was in Asia.
So, Fate fans, anytime you're arguing about watch order, getting mad at people for watching things in the wrong order, remember that most Dragon Ball fans started with Z.
Yeah.
Is it plural or is it actually
No, Dragon
singular?
Ball. That's what it's called. Dragon Ball.
Okay.
And then Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z Abridged, here I come.
So it's I don't know. I've always thought Dragon Ball was interesting because this is basically one of the closest things that manga has, the manga industry has ever produced to. This is Sun Wukong on his journey to the West, but it's not. This is genuinely the most. This is just Sun Wukong on Journey to the West, but it's not actually.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather have Sun Wukong Journey to the West, though.
I mean, it's a monkey man riding a golden cloud who hits things with a bow staff and journeys with people. It's basically Journey to the West at Sun Wukong. His name is Son Goku.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
The line is a piece of mesh fabric.
Fine.
I'm pretty sure Bulma is actually supposed to be Sun Song.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, we're going to meet the Ox King and the dragon. And, this is not...
It's not subtle.
Yeah.
Okay.
The veil here is a piece of mesh.
Mm-hmm. The veil here. Wait a second. This is just Sun Wukong, but he doesn't go to the West.
I mean, kind of does. I'm just anyways, I'm excited for this. We have not watched anything this old yet.
This is a foundational anime.
Yeah. Because I think even technically that fuck-ass Byston Wells was... Actually, I don't know how old Byston Wells was. Garzy's Wing. Garzy's Wing might have been...
Slightly older.
Technically older. Let me check. No, Garzy's wing is 10 years younger. Garzy's wing is 30 years
It was
old.
just so badly animated, we thought it was older.
So this is going to be the oldest thing we've ever watched.
I have seen a little bit of Old Speed Racer, which I believe is older, but
Yeah.
Mm.
I think the only thing then that would be older than this would be like Astro Boy.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is like basically the separation of that era of anime into the more modern era.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're done, because otherwise we're going to talk longer than the movie at this point.
I mean, we've already
So what are we at right now?
An hour and 7 minutes.
Oh, we can go
That's
for another
fine.
23 minutes.
Yeah.
we could just match the runtime.
A K-pop Demon Hunters discussion that's longer than K-pop Demon Hunters and goes completely off subject.
Yeah. See you next time, guys.
Try harder, everyone.
Bye.